Happy birthday to legendary actors and comedians Steve Harvey and Jim Carrey and three-time NBA champion Dwayne Wade. X-Men 1991 back again with another video. Today we are going to be revealing two lists and it's going to be fun. The first list we're going to reveal is the top 10 most underrated Disney shows by The Gamer and Entertainment Weekly's top 25 best Disney Channel shows list. So I guarantee you these lists are going to be much better than that last list that I revealed. That horrible ass top 150 best albums of the 90s. That list was horrible. I'm still trying to recover from them putting Dr. Dre The Chronic at 24 and Nas Illmatic at 22. And U2 Arch Tongue Baby at 118. Biggie Life After Death at 117. Macy Starr's album at 116. Salt and Pepper Very Necessary at 150. And the other numbers that got me mad. So this shit right here, these two lists is probably going to be better than that top 150 best albums of the 90s by Pitchfork. So without further ado, we're going to first reveal the top 10 most underrated Disney shows list by The Gamer. Let's go. All right, everybody, here we go. This is the top 10 most underrated Disney shows by The Gamer. TheGamer.com came up with this list. Oh, we got 3 shows that could be on the list: Recess, Dave the Barbarian, and Fillmore. Pretty much everyone has a long list of Disney movies that they absolutely love. But when it comes to Disney TV shows, things can be a little bit different, and as a result, there are plenty of fantastic shows that are seriously underrated. So let's get on with the list. Dave the Barbarian, number 10. Okay, that's a good start right there. Dave the Barbarian is definitely one of the most underrated Disney shows ever. And the show will be 20 years old next week, next Tuesday, the 23rd. That's amazing. This show was created by Doug Langdale, the same guy who made The Weekenders. While it only ran for a single season, Dave the Barbarian was an absolute delightful gem from Disney's animated lineup, telling the story of a silly family of barbarians in Udrogoth as they battle Dark Lord Chuckles, the silly piggy. This is one show you should check out if you haven't seen it. Definitely. Let's go ahead and see what's number 9. Wait. Aw snap, The Weekenders is number 9. I just mentioned The Weekenders, another show created by Doug Langdale. This Fantastic Four season show ran from the year 2000 until 2004. Next month will be 20 years since The Weekenders aired its last episode, and followed a group of young teenagers as they went on their weekend adventures. This show also features a brilliant theme song that was performed by the always great Wayne Brady. Yeah, I'm glad they put The Weekenders on here because this show was so underrated. Honestly, in my list, The Weekenders would be a little bit higher, but I'm glad they got it on here. Number 9, so I'm cool with that. This is my favorite Disney's One Saturday Morning show, next to Recess. Let's get to number 8. It's good to see The Weekenders is on here. It's so underrated. Number 8, American Dragon Jake Long. Yes, this is so underrated. I like the first season of the show. This show kind of changed during its second season, but it was fine by me. American Dragon Jake Long ran for 2 seasons from 2005 to 2007 and is still regarded as one of the better action-oriented Disney shows to ever air. It follows the adventures of Jake Long, a kid who is capable of turning into a dragon to battle the forces of evil. This is definitely one of Disney Channel's best shows right here. I'm glad they got it on the list. Let's see what's number 7. The sitcom that premiered on my ninth birthday in 2000 on Disney Channel, Even Stevens. Even Stevens is still funny to this day. While many of Disney's animated shows are regarded as underrated, there are a few hits that were live action that get the same treatment from fans. Even Stevens is one of those shows, and it's the show that launched the career of Shia LaBeouf. Shout out to Shia LaBeouf and Christy Carlson Romano. They definitely played a great TV brother and sister on this show. Even Stevens definitely one of my favorites. If it was my top 5 best Disney Channel shows list, Even Stevens will easily be my number 2, since it did premiere on my birthday when I was 9 years old. Let's get to number 6. Wow, I did not expect them to put Recess on this list. I had no idea that Recess is underrated. It's number 6. And I thought Recess would be in the top 5, but I'm okay where it's at. While there are some aspects of the show that may be seen as troubling to some today, that doesn't take away from how excellent this 1997 to 2001 series was. Focusing on a group of kids and their adventures during recess. This show was a great introduction to growing up in school for young kids, which is true. That is nice to see Recess on this list. Good. I had no idea that this show was underrated. This was, of course, Disney's One Saturday Morning most popular animated show. Good to see Recess is on here. Now let's get to the top 5. If Recess is on here, then Lloyd in Space must be on here. Yep, Lloyd in Space is number 5, and good, they got it in the top 5. The successor to Recess, for whatever reason, Lloyd in Space often feels like one of those strange lost media things by Disney fans. Despite running for 4 seasons from 2001 to 2004, it could be hard to find anything surrounding this fun little show about an alien kid just trying to live his life. You know the same voice actor that played on The Little Rascals and voiced Gus Griswold on Recess? He's the same guy that voiced Lloyd Nebulon on Lloyd in Space. Lloyd in Space definitely had an amazing cast, by the way. Definitely had an amazing cast. The same guy who voiced Harold from Hey Arnold voiced Eddie. The same guy that voiced Patrick on SpongeBob voiced Kurt. And the same voice actors that voiced Milhouse on The Simpsons voiced Douglas. This show has an amazing cast, man. And it was created by the same guys who made Recess. Let's see what's number 4. Oh, hell yeah. Phil the Future definitely needs to be on here. It's number 4. Another live action show, Phil of the Future was vastly underrated, despite its killer premise. The show only ran for 2 seasons from 2004 to 2006, but it told the story of a family from the future that came back in time on a time-traveling vacation and ended up getting stuck in the 21st century. Phil the Future is definitely one of the most funniest and most underrated shows to ever exist on Disney Channel. So I'm glad they got it on here, let alone in the top 5. Let's get to the top 3. Kim Possible is number 3. Yes, I accept this. While Kim Possible is widely loved by Disney fans, there is a shocking amount of people who never viewed this excellent 4-season and multi-movie series. It tells the story of a young girl who's trying to live an ordinary life while doing some spy work on the side. Kim Possible is definitely my favorite. It's my second favorite animated Disney Channel show. My personally being the Proud Family, but this show right here is highly underrated. I'm so glad they put Kim Possible on here. Number 2, The Emperor's New School. While the show couldn't get everyone back from the hit movie The Emperor's New Groove, it did get most of the stars subbed. star-stud back for an excellent two-season run. This show follows the events of the movie and see Kuzco having to go to school in order to become emperor. Yeah, I have to say that the Emperor's New School is definitely underrated, so I'm glad they got it on here. And does it deserve to be number two? Yeah, it deserves to be number two. I definitely agree. Before I get to number one, which Disney show would you put as your most underrated Disney show? Mine would be The Weekenders, or Fillmore, or Lloyd in Space, or Recess, or even Stevens. One of those would be my number one. So now let's get to number one. Number one has got to be Fillmore. Yep, number one, Fillmore. Fillmore definitely deserves to be number one. That's the most underrated Disney show. This show might be the most underrated Disney show of all time. Yes. Fillmore tells the thrilling story of a group of detective hall monitors as they keep their school safe. It sounds ridiculous and it could be at times, but it was amazing. Wow. I'm impressed with this list. Fillmore definitely deserves to be the number one most underrated Disney show ever. So let's go ahead and look at Entertainment Weekly's top 25 best Disney Channel shows list. Now we're going to look at Entertainment Weekly's top 25 best Disney Channel original shows. So from Hannah Montana to The Proud Family, here is our ultimate ranking of Disney Channel's top shows. This could be good. Let's see. What's number 5? The Jonas. I never seen much of the show, but I'm glad they put it low. I'm so glad they did not put the show really high. So that's cool. I can't get mad at that. Even though I never seen much of the show, I'm I think 25 is a perfect spot for this show. Let's go to 24. Liv and Maddie. Okay. I never seen much of the show, but I can't get mad that it's number 24. Okay. American Dragon Jake Long. I would definitely put American Dragon Jake Long much higher in my top 10. I'm happy it's on this list, but it should be higher than number 23. Corey in the House 22. Okay, I can live with that. I can't get mad at that. But sadly, I wouldn't put Corey in the House over American Dragon Jake Long. But okay, I'm okay where it's at, number 22. Jesse at 21. Okay. But I wouldn't put it over American Dragon Jake Long. Not even over Corey in the House. I seen a little bit of Jesse. I basically watched the show because I had a crush on Debbie Ryan. That's the reason why I watched that show, because of Debbie Ryan. And rest in peace to Cameron Boyce. That's sad that he left us way too soon at 20 years old in 2019. That's sad. The Sweet Life on Deck. Okay, I can't get mad with it being in number 20. I thought it was The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. If it was The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody at number 20, I would have been really mad. But I'm okay where Sweet Life on Deck is at number 20. I'm guessing you got Sweet Life of Zach and Cody over this. But that's cool. You got this show on here. Austin and Ally, number 19. All right. So far, I haven't got mad at this list yet. The only issue I have with this list is American Dragon Jake Long being at 23. Gravity Falls at number 18. I will at least put this in my top 15, to be honest. But okay, I can't get mad that it's number 18. Fast forward to 17. I will at least put this in number 11 or number 12 in my list, since It is one of Disney Channel's first original shows that premiered in 1995. Good Luck Charlie at 16, okay, but I'm not sure if I'll put it over Flash Forward or over American Dragon Jay Long. But that's good. I'm okay where Good Luck Charlie is at. Top 15. Sunny with a Chance. I never seen much of the show. I only watched the show because of Demi Lovato. So I'm okay with Sunny with a Chance being the number 15. So Weird. This would easily be in my top 10. In my list, I put it in number 6. That's good. So Weird is on here. This is one of Disney Channel's original shows that's turning 25 this year. But it should be higher than number 14. So far, I haven't got mad at this list yet. Bug Juice at number 13. Oh, this is a classic right here. Okay, I could live with this being at number 13. I'll definitely put it in my top 15. Phineas and Ferb. Wow, I'm surprised this show's not in the top 10. They put it at number 12. It is definitely one of the last good animated Disney Channel originals. But Phineas and Ferb is number 12. Okay, I guess it's right there. All right. What's number 11? Girl Meets World. This is the sequel to the beloved 90s show Boy Meets World. So then they made a sequel of it called Girl Meets World. Okay. I have no problem with this being at number 11. Now we get to the top 10. Yes. If Benny G94 is watching this will put a smile on his face. They got the famous Jet Jackson at number 10. Good. The famous Jet Jackson deserves to be in the top 10. It's definitely number 10 in my list of the best Disney Channel shows. Rest in peace to Lee Thompson Young. Just like your last name, you died very young. That's sad that this man took his own life away. I guess it's because he was depressed or he had bipolar disorder. But I wish the man would have got some help before he even thought about committing suicide. But he was definitely a perfect role for this show as the famous Jet Jackson. Rest in peace to Lee Thompson Young, bro. This show was a classic. Suite Life of Zack and Cody, yes, it deserves to be in the top 10. In my list, I put it at number 8 or number 9. So yeah, Suite Life of Zack and Cody, it deserves to be in the top 10. This show deserved to be in the top 10 too. Wizards of Waverly Place. In my list, I put it at number 9. And I put Suite Life of Zack and Cody at number 8. So that's cool. Wizards of Waverly Place deserve to be in the top 10. Yes, Phil of the Future, number 7, is also in my top 10 as well. In my list, I will put it at, what number I put it? Either number 7 or number 6. So I'm cool with it being at number 7. One of the most underrated Disney Channel shows was number 6. The Proud Family. I feel like the Proud Family should be in the top 5. But I'm happy they got this show in the top 10. It was definitely like the first Disney Channel original African American animated show, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but this show got its moments right here. So I'm glad they got the Proud Family on this list. But to me, in my list, it'll be in my top 5. So that's good. The Proud Family is on here. Now it's time for the top 5 of the best Disney Channel shows. I figured they was going to put damn Hannah Montana at number 5 in the top 5. Honestly, Hannah Montana will not be in my top 5. I mean, I never liked this show back then, but looking back on it now, I'd rather watch Hannah Montana than the whack-ass Disney Channel shows they have today. I will give the show credit. It's much better than today's Disney Channel shows. I would switch the Proud Family with Hannah Montana. I'll move Hannah Montana back to like the top 15. But when this show came out, a lot of kids all love Hannah Montana. And of course, it came out with a movie. But I never watched much of Hannah Montana. I mean, it's all right, but I'm just not a fan of it. So Hannah Montana should be a little low, in my opinion. I have no problem with it being in the top five, but it's not in my top five, to be honest. Let's go to number 4. Yes, Kim Possible is number 4. Good. It's definitely number 4 in my list. Definitely number 4. So I definitely agree with this. Now it's time for the top 3. I think I know what shows are in the top 3. It should be Lizzie McGuire, Even Stevens, and That's So Raven. Let's see. Yep, That's So Raven is number 3. Honestly, That's So Raven would be my number 1, but I'm glad they put it in the top 3. And today is the 21st anniversary of That's So Raven. Today is January 17th. It's the 21st anniversary of That's So Raven. 21 years since the show premiered. And it's still funny to this day. Never knew that Raven-Symoné from The Cosby Show would get her own TV show. Originally, this show was going to be called Absolutely Sidekick or something like that, and then they decided to change it to That's So Raven. So that's good. Honestly, That's So Raven would be my number 1, but I'm glad it's in the top 3. So let's get to number 2. It's got to be Lizzie McGuire or Even Stevens. Yep. Number 2 is Even Stevens. Yes. And my list is definitely number 2. So far, I haven't gotten mad with this list by far. I'll let you know what issues I have with this list at the end. But yeah, Even Stevens deserves to be high on this list. And it's definitely my number 2. Before I get to number 1, which Disney Channel show would you put as your number 1 Disney Channel show? Mine would be That's So Raven. Easily That's So Raven. My top 3 would be Lizzie McGuire 3, Even Stevens 2, and That's So Raven number 1. But anyway, let's go and see what's number 1. Number 1's got to be Lizzie McGuire. If not, I'm going to be really mad. Number 1, Lizzie McGuire. Yes. Congrats to Lizzie McGuire being the number 1 best Disney Channel show of all time. Even though I love Lizzie McGuire and the show just celebrated its 23rd anniversary, honestly, this would not be my number 1 because I told y'all my number 1 would be That's So Raven. But yeah, I have no problem with Lizzie McGuire being number 1. Congrats to Lizzie McGuire being the number 1 best Disney Channel show of all time. And that's it for the list. Welcome back. That was the top 10 most underrated Disney shows by The Gamer and Entertainment Weekly's top 25 best Disney Channel shows of all time. I'm really impressed with both of these lists. I'm really happy with both of these lists, and I definitely agree with the shows that they put on there. But my only issue with the top 25 most best Disney Channel shows list is American Dragon Jake Long would be in my top 10. I feel like number 23 is too damn low. And So Weird being at number 14, I feel like that's too low too. But overall, the list is just not too bad. And Hannah Montana would not be in my top 5. It'll easily be in my top 15. My top 10 underrated, my top 10 best Disney Channel shows would be Keep the Famous Jack Jackson number 10, Wizards of Waverly Place 9, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody 8, American Dragon Jake Long 6, So Weird, American Dragon Jake Long my number 7, So Weird my number 6. My top 5 easy: Kim Possible or Proud Family 5, Kim Possible 4, Lizzie McGuire 3, Even Stevens 2, and That's So Raven would be my number 1. Both of these lists gets a solid 10 out of 10, easily. I definitely enjoy both of these lists. And I'm surprised that neither one of these lists have made me slap my knees whenever I get mad that one of my favorite shows is put too low. So that list is not too bad. The top 25 best Disney Channel shows list is definitely much better than the top 25 best Nickelodeon Nicktoons list from BuzzFeed and MovieWeb's top 25 best Cartoon Network shows list. So what's the next list that I might want to reveal? Of course, I need to reveal the top 10 best Philly rappers, the top 10 best Bronx rappers, and I also need to reveal Complex Magazine's top 20 best Cartoon Network shows list. You won't believe what shows they put really low between numbers 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, and even 11. But the top 25 best Disney Channel shows list from Entertainment Weekly gets a 10 out of 10, as well as the top 10 most underrated Disney shows list by The Gamer. And before I close this rant out, I want to give a happy 20th birthday shout out to one of my subscribers, my man Derek S. Derek S., if you're watching this, I wish you a happy birthday. Thank you for all the support throughout Instagram, YouTube, and of course TikTok. Keep doing what you're doing, man. And congratulations to you graduating from high school last school year. So I wish a happy 20th birthday to Derek S. That wraps up my thoughts about Entertainment Weekly's top 25 best Disney Channel shows list and The Gamer's top 10 most underrated Disney Channel shows list. If you're new here, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell for my next rant, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. I'll be back tomorrow reminiscing 25 years of a match or a segment from the January 18th, 1999 edition of Raw is War. Until then, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No more talk.